When you write it down, you make it happen. That's right. There is so much magic in pen and paper to write out your heart's desires, to write out your self-image script, to write out your affirmations. Yet we live in a world of technology where most people are using a keyboard to write out their wishes, to write to ChatGPT or whatever AI tool you prefer to use to seek solutions. And therefore, what you are given back and asked to do is not very effective. Let me explain. When I was mentored by the late legendary Mr. Bob Proctor, God bless him, he's gone. He passed in February 2023. He was adamant that we all write out our affirmations, our scripts, our self-image script. He insisted we write out our goal card, right? He insisted, I've got my goal card here that I carry with me everywhere, but he insisted we write it out. And he would often say, this is the most effective way to change your programming. Yet many people didn't do it. I mean, who wants to? And he was adamant that we write out at least 100 times our goal card when I first started working with him. Write it out for days, for weeks, for months. Keep writing it out until you get results. And there were many of us that didn't do it. We felt, oh my God, I've got writer's cramp doing this. I'm not going to do this. Yet the people that took off like a rocket ship, they got the results they wanted because they did exactly what Bob Proctor told them to do. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't been an intelligent follower to the T with what he was suggesting. I've been an intelligent follower, but not to that extent. And only recently I have discovered the power and potency of pen and paper and writing it out and things are starting to shift and change. My income is now starting to increase because I have been in the habit of writing out. My income is constantly increasing. My income is constantly increasing. My income is constantly increasing. And I heard somewhere the other day that when you write it out, in fact, Bob said this, when you write it out, you think in pictures. Plus, it's the most powerful way of learning. And that is why when kids go to school, they are encouraged to use pen and paper to learn to write sentences, to do multiplications using pen and paper, because there is some sort of magic that happens within the brain that cements in learnings. Now, I'm not a psychologist. I'm in no way a neuroscientist or anything like that, but there is a correlation with regards to pen and paper. And that's why Bob would always say, make sure you write it down. In fact, everything he told us to do was always to do with pen and paper. In fact, he would write out his goal at least 3 times. He would then repeat it 3 times. He would then read it 3 times. And then he would have his accountability partner, which was his business partner, Sandy Gallagher. He would ring her and repeat his goal to her. Plus, the night before, he'd always write down 6 action steps that he was going to do the next day. And by writing them down, it almost cements in your intentions. So my post to you today is, don't get too caught up in now writing to ChatGPT about what you want or whatever AI, and then it coming back, and then you thinking you've got it. No, you can program your subconscious mind, for God's sake, to manifest the desires you would love by writing it down yourself day in, day out, a number of times every day. If you want to go for the 100 mark, go for it. I prefer a 50 mark or a 25 mark of writing, but write it down and see what happens. Just get into the habit of writing it down, pen and paper, and see the magic happen. Because if Bob Proctor gave hundreds of people this instruction and hundreds made millions, then I'm going to guarantee that you too can be one of Bob Proctor's proteges by writing it down, and then you are making it happen. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Tanya Pluckrose. I'm all about helping you master your mind so you can master your life. So consider subscribing, because I had this download today that came out of nowhere. I think Bob channeled himself in me, into me, through me, and to you to get you back to the basics. So take what you like, leave the rest, leave your comments below. I love hearing from you. Sometimes I just talk to the dot on this camera and it feels lonely. So make sure you leave your comments so I can have a bit of a banter back to you. Bye for now.